Welcome to Under 4-Minute Math. I'll be covering identifying positive and negative values in expressions. First, just a quick reminder from my last video, a negative changes a positive into the opposite. Therefore, if you earned something and you add a negative, now you've lost something. Or directionally, if the positive was telling you to go up, a negative will tell you to go down. And if something has increased in a positive situation, then the negative will represent decreasing. So when we have expressions, the sign to the left is going to be the sign of the number. So the 17 is a positive because it's technically an invisible plus sign to the left. Mathematicians like to write less whenever possible. So that's why it's written this way instead of having a plus there. And then we have minus 89. The sign to the left is a negative or a minus, so it is a negative 89. Now we have this long expression here. So the first one has a negative to the left. It's a negative 30. Here we have the opposite of negative 62. So this is a plus 62. This is a plus 5. Sign to the left is a plus. And here the immediate sign to the left, we're adding negative. Therefore, it is a negative 11. Now, I often have students who think that 89 here is a positive. So I want to talk about that. If you're subtracting a positive, because that is one way you could look at this, you are minusing 89 or subtracting 89. Well, think about what that means. If you take away $89, if you take away a positive, that means you've lost $89. Or if you lose 89 degrees or it decreases by 89 degrees, then it is a negative 89. So the sign to the left is the sign of the number. So let's go ahead and sort and identify some of these. We have a negative 55 plus 11, positive 11. We have a positive 4 plus negative 8. This is negative because the sign to the left is a negative. We're just adding a negative value. So this plus sign does not make it a positive. It is adding debt or adding a negative. Here we have a negative 13 and a negative 22. Sign to the left is the sign of the value. We have a positive 9 and a negative 37. So we have a negative 80, and then we have the opposite of negative 29. So we have negative 80 and positive 29. So on this one, you can't just look to the left. You have to actually look at what's happening here. We have the opposite of negative, take away a negative, which becomes a positive. I'd like you to pause and try these. See how you did. Learn from any mistakes. 2 more to try. And that's it for this under 4-minute math video.